Camera.
We got sound over
You got sound on TikTok? Yep. Okay, so we got sound on TikTok, then it's just something going on over there, brother.
here. We got sound on yours, Rara.
We're gonna check right now.
Testing.
Rara, you got sound.
I got sound. Okay.
Okay, kind of. Well, we gonna get started, brother. You just play catch up on that one. All right, hey, Shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, the branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rekakodash.
Double honors to our apostles, double honors to the elder bishops, salutations to all our fellow laborers, you know, to those that are, to the elect, the scattered elect around the four corners of the earth that look like the heathen nations, and to the to those few those few that are listening and learning. All right, we give a sincere and hearty shalom. As you know, this is the false New Year. New Year actually comes at the end of March, beginning of April, around spring. But and I don't want to name it anything because I'm, the elder apostle is going to do that through the spirit he's going to give them. But all I can know is that it's going to be complete chaos starting very, very soon.
Right.
So we're going to temporarily call it the year of chaos because it's going to get really, really bad out here.
You got some?
Okay,
It's about to get really, really bad. I was watching a video where the lady put up, and I'm trying to remember, it was probably I don't even think it was on YouTube, but the lady gave out the information about the turning up of the, that they're going to turn the 5G up January 5th. And we've all seen, the Eddie Goo bouncing around that, that a lot of people have that's in that sauce, which a lot of people have that sauce. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen, and then I know it's not gonna be bad. I know it's gonna be very, very bad when it does. You got Ukraine and this Russia incident, which is not slowing down at all, and you got matter of fact, somebody get Ezra's the 9th chapter, start at verse 1, go to about 5. As a matter of fact, I call this the Shapatya scripture. I got it. Shapatya brings this out a lot.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, those uproars are full blown in different European cities, man. All right, and they're starting to implement complete total lockdowns for people who have not been sauced up. They're the facilities that have been prepared for people who are not sauced are starting to be filled with people. They're starting to actually do that. And we also know that people in different parts of Europe are taking the thing under their skin.
Marcus,
Well, we don't want to say certain words, brother.
Okay, God.
But they're taking the thing under their skin to give their status, whether they've been sauced or not. So, and if you think that that's not going to happen in America, it's going to be implemented in America. Right. It's happening. So, and what else is going on? The blackouts for the reset. So those blackouts could very well happen in January too. All right, and there's a lot of talk of the dark winter. Those blackouts coming in, and the blackouts is for the new digital currency. So you best believe that thing under your skin for so that they know your status is going to eventually be connected to
And,
your buying and selling. So
and how come that thing that they put now is being pushed all across? Now they're not even hiding it anymore. They're just letting you know, oh, hey, check this out. We have this little thing that you can put under your skin. They're gonna check this out and check that out. The most Esau is showing, Idumeans are showing their plan right in front of their face. So this is done. We've been telling you about it. Nate said years ago, it's June, ain't no this potato chip. All right, well it is. All right, so it's coming. All the things that we've been prophesying for the apostles went down for the last 13 years on our turn, on to the time they've been doing. It's done. It's like the biggest I told you so is here.
yeah.
And on top of that, we in DEFCON 3. So like you saying, the military awareness,
Yeah.
that's going on. We in DEFCON 3 right now.
That situation in
Right,
Russia is
yeah.
very serious.
It's
very serious, man, and it's gonna lead to other things, man.
The hooks and the jaws.
They keep showing you movies that are really and then a lot of these movies, you got to understand how these Idumeans get down, man. I just rewatched a movie that came out some years ago called Body of Lies, and it made me think about a news clip that played with that looked like it was crisis actors with a couple of Northern Kingdom couple talking about the death of their daughter and the woman's ex-husband, and trying to attach them to the black Hebrew Israelites. And you listen to the language that was used, it's like, wait a minute, what is she's trying to? They were trying to say that their deaths, that they know or they believe that their deaths had something to do with their fathers and the daughter's newfound belief. Because clearly the daughters believed on what the father was believing, and I'm like, so and then they were trying to make that separation from the Northern Kingdom to the Southern Kingdom, and none of the dialogue made any sense. And how did their deaths have anything to do with the so-called black Hebrew Israelites? Well, the fact that they just refuse to just say Hebrew Israelites, we don't label ourselves black.
Come on.
At all. I'm looking at a couple black T-shirts and black coats, and we always tell you that it's not about color. It's about spur line, seed line. Because we know through history and through the Bible and through faith who we are.
That's right.
All right, through real history that they have denied. So looking at that, and then I was watching that movie Body of Lies, and I'm just give you a breakdown if you've never seen the movie. What Leonardo DiCaprio is the main character in it, and what he does is that he goes out and finds this guy because they're trying to catch one guy. So what he does is he finds another guy who has absolutely nothing to do with anything, an architect who has legitimate businesses and stuff like that, and he uses this architect, because the dude is Arab looking and he lives in an Arab country, and he come on, brother.
It's a lot of good. That's my alarm. To get that up.
And what he does is he takes this guy and he funds this guy and sends him over to Saudi Arabia and have him working on his project. Whole time he got guys setting up fake accounts and all kind of stuff with his face on it and his name on it. And then what they do is they set up a whole bunch of bombs in an American area, and they bring a whole bunch of dead bodies from the morgue. And then they set off this bomb, and they make this dude to look as if he is, than I do. then they make this guy to look as if he's and there's some bullshit too on this fucking email bullshit. And what they do is they make this guy look as if he's a terrorist, and he's not. He's just an architect. And imagine that you at work and you just doing your work and you showing your plans, and all of a sudden you see this horrific thing on TV with all this fire, and everybody's looking at it, and you're looking at it too, and all of a sudden your face is plastered all over, and you like, what the, huh?
I'm not even right there.
Right. So he's like, what the hell is going on? And next thing you know, they attached his personal email to the thing and sent the message with him making claim to have done it. So he's scared, he's terrified, he don't know what the hell is going on, and so basically they used him and they made him the fall guy with some bullshit. And Leonardo DiCaprio, his character felt guilty and went to go try to collect the guy up before the terrorists got him, because they sending him all of a sudden the real terrorists are like, you know, praise Allah and all that other bullshit. All right, and he's like, man, I'm just an architect. I ain't. And so anyway, next thing you know, he got an audience before the top dude, and he's telling them that, look, somebody set me up. I think it was the American. You know, I don't know what's going on. And so next thing they find this body tortured and mangled in a damn field somewhere. All right, because Leonardo DiCaprio's character failed to rescue this dude. You know, the guy was scared of him. He ran away, and he got snatched up by the real bad guys. And it just goes to show you how far that these Idumeans will go to fabricate a situation to demonize someone, to make them look, you know, like there's something that they're not, man. Get that, is it Ecclesiastes 12 and 10? Never trust thine enemy. Those old couple scriptures right there about the shop.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus.
And Sirach 10 and 8.
All right, this is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right, and it's our enemy right now who is in power right now.
God.
All right, it's our enemy right now who's propagating all this deceit and lies and all the philosophies in these institutions called colleges, where you got your seminary schools and all this. This is who's running it. All right, and so the scripture tells us to never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest he hath overthrown thee.
Who's in our land right now?
He stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who shall pity a charmer that is bitten with the serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? We're telling you now these things. All right, so those that's in the vibration of this present evil world, and those, the rulers thereof, when our Lord and Savior come back, then you're going to get a part of that wrath that they're going to get. All right?
Or when he saw him turn his back on you, man.
That's it.
For trusting him and doing his bit, man.
That's it. Just like in that Planet of the Apes, where that like the albino ape kind of sold out, you know, and at the end they and then, you know, he was good with them, you know, for a little bit, you know, but then at the end they killed him.
Yep.
All right, they turned on him.
Oh, the big ass ape that turned on what were they calling them? Donkeys or some shit?
Right, exactly.
You
They
know?
had donkey on them.
Yeah.
Yep. And so basically he sold out his other brethren, apes, you know what I'm saying, to roll with the humans, the wicked, you know, and they wind up killing them. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen to some of yous, all right, that love this world, all right, and trust in the devil.
They believe in this treacherous dealer, man.
This is it, man. This is the judgment. We are in judgment time. People think that this is not judgment time. Yahweh Shemel Shah said, when the time of visitation, time of judgment, that there will be eating and marrying and drinking, and you will have some semblance of life.
Right, it's the Shabbat right now, and you got people that are gathered together, especially knowing that they won't be able to gather again. A lot of people out drinking in clubs and in bars and things like that gather, man. Guess what? It's going to be some judgment passed.
That's it. And
People are going to die tonight.
Yep, perfect. Yep.
Right.
And you got these cats talking about, you know, like they do every year, 2022 is my year.
Oh man, social media.
And you know,
claiming it. This is my year.
Come on. And another thing too, like crazy. The funny thing is that a lot of these wicked, unholy days have been falling on the Shabbat.
Uh,
A lot lately, man.
Yeah, especially well, off and on, but this year specifically,
Yeah.
Christmas fell on the Sabbath, and now it's so-called New Year's, and now you think about it, since Sabbath is a holy day, how many Jake sit over here ready for
They
5,
they
4,
they
3?
smoking weed,
Yeah.
they committing adultery,
Yeah.
they all pushed up on somebody else's wife.
Yeah, they might be ready to have sex, but it's still the Shabbat.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. At
Yeah,
midnight,
somebody in the car
you
somewhere
know,
getting topped off right now.
Exactly.
Before they go back into the club.
Right.
You know?
Yep, that's
You
what a big thing here in America is. It's either, you know, you want to be kissing at that time or you having sex at that time, you know.
That shit wild.
Yeah, that's what they do.
You know?
See, but nobody, you know, but the elect is thinking about the New Year's Eve of destruction.
That's right.
All right, and the destruction of this place for we can set up, for our Lord and Savior can set up the eternal righteous kingdom, man, which is right around the corner. All right, so but people are clouded, you know, by the alluring of this world, the philosophies of this world.
We're
All
tired of
this-
these treacherous dealers.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We're tired of these treacherous dealers that deal treacherously, man. And we're looking forward and hastening the day when they get dealt treacherously with, and somebody can grab that. All right. You got
one
scripture?
for you.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
this is
brother.
Lamentations 1 and 21. They have heard that I sigh, there is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. And who are our enemies? The heathen. Psalms 83rd chapter. 1 Maccabees 2 and 10. All the heathen are counted as our enemies, man.
Yep.
All right. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou will bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Now all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. For all my transgressions, for my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. All right, which means what? We beaten, we faint, man. We at the bottom, we weak, we tired, man.
Yeah.
All right, all these black movies you watch, they got one thing in common. We motherfucking tired, man.
Tired, boss.
Idris asked the question, how long shall this endure? All right, what? That he says the world now be made for our sakes. Why do we not have an inheritance with the world? All right, it's because our inheritance is with the world to come. See, these heathen nations, our enemies, like the brother Benji was talking about, all right, their inheritance is right here.
Right.
All right, in this present evil world to enact all their wickedness.
Which shows you the balance of the Lord, because the Lord actually gave them a time and chance.
That's
He
it.
said time and chance happened to all, to everyone, roughly paraphrased.
Yep.
And they had their time.
Yep.
And they dropped the ball. Yeah, they screwed up.
Yeah, because it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom and rulership thereof of the earth is translated from one people to another. So they all had their time, but when they ruled with unrighteous dealings.
Much deceit. Matter of fact, brother, can I play this clip? Let me turn this up. Because it's so, I don't want to say anything. All right, I'm just gonna let it play, and it I'm just gonna let it play, and it just goes to show you how these people rule with deceit, and they're using the same playbooks, the same bullshit they did in the 70s, the same shit they did in the 50s.
Yes.
They're doing it's
Yes.
all over again, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's
History keeps repeating itself and lying to us. That was the year the U.S. government told us all that swine flu would turn out to be a killer that could spread across the nation. And Washington decided that every man, woman, and child in the nation should get a shot to prevent a nationwide outbreak, a pandemic. Well, 46 million of us obediently took the shot. And now 4,000 Americans are claiming damages from Uncle Sam amounting to $3.5 billion because of what happened when they took that shot. By far the greatest number of the claims, 2/3 of them, are for neurological damage or even death.
This virus was the cause of a pandemic in 1918 and 1919 that resulted in over 500,000 deaths in the United States, as well as 20 million deaths around the world.
See how easy it is to... Thus, the U.S. government's publicity machine was cranked into action to urge all America to protect itself against the swine flu menace. Influenza is serious business. During major flu epidemics, millions of people are sick and thousands die. Well, this year you can get protection. The vaccines are safe, easy to take, and they can protect you against flu. So roll up your sleeve. Protect yourself. One of those who did roll up her sleeve was Judy Roberts. She was perfectly healthy, an active woman, when in November of 1976, she took her shot. 2 weeks later, she says, she began to feel a numbness starting up her legs.
By the following week, I was totally paralyzed.
So completely paralyzed, in fact, that they had to operate on her to enable her to breathe. And for 6 months, Judy Roberts was a quadriplegic. The diagnosis? A neurological disorder called Guillain-Barré syndrome. This disease can even kill. Indeed, there are 300 claims now pending from the families of GBS victims who died, allegedly as a result of the swine flu shot. Judy, why did you take the flu shot?
I'd never taken any other flu shots, but I felt like this was going to be a major epidemic.
History keeps repeating itself.
So there you go. So basically, because of the, and this is their own information, their own sound bites from their own media, and we don't want to say any, start using medical terms or anything, but the same thing that you just heard is happening all over again, and it's happened, since then, and it happened before that. Right? They put out a campaign of fear to tell you about a threat, because they talk about that whole thing in 1918, the Spanish flu. But what they fail to tell you that it came off of an army base here in America in Kansas City. They don't tell you that part, but yet it was called the Spanish flu. So when people hear it, they think their mindset automatically goes to, well, this came from somewhere else. No, it came right from here, from America, from a military base. And so that thing that killed all those people around the world, it started here. All right, so we're gonna leave that alone and keep it going.
I got something for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This Jeremiah 13:23 brought out. Can Ethiopian change his skin, or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. All right, we're talking about a man that conquered the world. All right, from getting America, taking down the natives with violence. All right, that brought us over here and put violence on us. Fast forward, look what they did to Japan. Look what they did to South Africa. Look what they did in Australia. All right, this man is a very violent man. Why would you ever trust this man? All right,
look what he did throughout the Middle East to all those, all those African and Arab nations that were there.
Right? Yeah,
and continually, still to this day.
Yeah, this man has no respect for life. Why would you ever think he's trying to do anything good? That's the 14th chapter. All right, if he do it good, he do it unwillingly, and at the end, somebody grab.
Yeah, he do it unwillingly, man. And think about it, man. Nikola Tesla, when he invented, when he came up with these power grids, that he actually wanted to power the cities to give them electricity for free. So what this telling you is that no one should actually have an electricity bill. Nikola Tesla, his technology is the one that they use, and he didn't want to charge the people. That's how you know he was a Jake, man.
He built the tower. Yeah.
What he wanted to do was power the cities of the world and give people light and power for absolutely free. And what did they do? They were like, no, we're gonna charge the people for that.
Yeah, and then this nigga Elon names the company after this guy. All right, they killed the guy that came up with the seatbelt at first, man. Was it the seatbelt? I believe it was the seatbelt back in the 80s. They killed him. All right, then they still end up using the technology. This devil, it's the devil, man. All right, this is.
And they didn't even pay the guy who came up with the thing. The guy who came up with the timer on the windshield wiper. Watch the whole movie about it. All right, basically he spent his whole life fighting, lost his family, his wife, and everything. Got tired of him fighting for it. But he was the one that invented his technology, and I understand what that's like because I invented a couple things that actually made other people rich. I've actually done it. So I know what that's like to watch somebody give. But the Lord didn't want me wealthy. He didn't want me comfortable. That's why I'm going through what I'm going through. But nevertheless, the guy, he was the one who invented the timer on the windshield wiper, so that it just don't always go fast or super slow. So when you can the settings
regulator,
he was the one that came up with that, and then they basically stole his shit. And so we're talking about a people that just deal as treacherously, man.
Yeah, he ain't changed one bit. He's the same old devil, man. Ben just read it, man. Can they do good as accustomed to do evil? That's his role. That's the role the Lord gave him in this movie. He's the damn devil, man.
Well, he said he's estranged from the womb.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't think he changed, everything's different with him. Ain't nothing different with this damn dude, man.
That's it.
No, this the same dude hey, look, those guys that sit around in Congress, all right, and they sit around in the House of Representatives, them the same guys who was at the slave auction in blocks, man.
Right.
Those are the same guys, you know, that were selling you and shipping you back and forth, man.
Who funds Planned Parenthood? How do they get paid? They do all these services for free.
That's free.
All right, how are they getting paid, man? This is established by Esau Edom, man. All right, and the founder of this shit, that bitch, is it
Margaret Sanger.
She made it
and
clear.
that's I'm gonna give it back to you, right back to you. That is the grandmother of Bill Gates of hell. Just so you know. As a matter of fact, when you look at his face, you see her ugly ass face right in his. He looks like his grandma.
Come. And what did she say? She said, the abortions is to stop the reproduction of niggas. You can Google
She
it.
straight out said it.
It's not a secret thing. It's just facts, man.
Yep.
All right, you niggas are fucking compromised, man. Esau don't love us. Y'all love going to praise Esau for shit. Abraham Lincoln, when that motherfucker, even for one, all he did was trade us over. All right, to the slaves. Yeah. You know, you look up emancipated means to transfer ownership. You look up the etymology.
That's all it is,
And
man.
Abraham Lincoln is quoted saying, "I am not saying that we are equal. We will always be superior to these black folks. All right, we're not equal on any level." It's a long quote. Actually.
He
went on a list of things.
Yeah,
these niggas can't match us in this, and that.
He said, I don't want them to be in an equal to us. We need to. There needs to be a ruler, and I prefer it to be white men. I prefer it to be us over them.
And then not to mention, like Abraham Lincoln is not his real name either.
Yeah, his name is Springfield.
Yeah.
So these devils, they the devil, like it says in Job. They hide is sweet under their tongue, man. The way they felt, the hatred they have towards us, they still have it. They love it. They savor it. They savor smiling in your face. And meanwhile, they're ready to stab you in the back.
This man, he lies about his own fucking name. So why trust a dude like that?
Yeah,
man?
Doug, we were talking about that with Bill de Blasio.
Yeah.
What was it,
Warren Wilhelm. That's his real name, man.
That's his real name.
Bill de Blasio is not his real name, man.
Damn.
They're all about deception, man.
Yeah.
So they can just keep hiding and sneaking because what are they? They're actually fugitives.
Yep.
All right, they go back to the cave. You know,
Yep.
they're just fugitives on the run. They got to keep switching up their identity, man.
Yep.
You know, in order to run away from true justice, because that's what it all comes down to. They're trying to run away from true justice, from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
For transgressions.
This is
Proverbs. Fugitive and a vagabond. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 23:6. Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meats. And who hath the evil eye towards us? Ezekiel 35:5. So Edom has a perpetual hatred, everlasting, right? For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. All right, that goes right with that Sirach 14:7, man. This devil don't love us. He may smile in your face, like it says. The wounds of a friend are
Same
good.
thing as last time.
The wounds of a friend are good, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful, man. This devil ain't with us. He'll say, dude, X, Y, Z, but meanwhile, he's fucking us up because as his heart is, so is he hate us. Everything he does is to kill us, man. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices.
We're not ignorant to these damn angry. This is how you know that the enemy is watching us, because this is really put up for the edification of our people, and we were broadcasting live on TikTok. So the you know it's the Idumeans, and the Amalekites to get on there and guess what? It's just gonna get cut back off because they're gonna find out. Well, they were only bringing out history and facts. They weren't. Same thing happened before.
Doing no damn dances.
Right. It's unlike YouTube because it's YouTube. Well, we've determined that
Right.
All that kind of bullshit.
We didn't use any slurs. There's no hate speak. You can't. What are we getting blocked for? Because you don't like what we're saying, man.
Because they don't want to be put on blast. They don't want their shit and real history to be exposed, man. Because we're looking at a people whose whole existence is supported by their whole support system is supported with lies.
Right.
And when the truth comes out, that foundation that they've built up is beginning to crumble, and that's what's happening. They're crumbling because the truth is coming out. Simply because the truth is coming out.
Because you speak this word, the word shall be fire, and people shall be wood. And it's unhurt.
It says, I have healed them by the prophets. That 2 Thessalonians say he's revealed. This evil motherfucker is revealed. Like the brother said, that old serpent. No matter how you try to change your scales and this and that, you are the wicked that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai has made.
Trying to push your horns in and down and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Hellboy kept cutting his
Yeah. He kept trying to hide the fact who he was.
Cutting his horns off. He kept right. You know, I had to do 2 things because he kept cutting his horns off because they would grow and be huge horns. He kept cutting them off.
You.
And what that means too is that means that Yasharallah is doing a great work on TikTok. That these people are tuning in just so they can try to shut them down. All right, that the enemies are the wicked are tuning in to the show
just to click,
just so they can put false reports, which the brother is gonna get it all reinstated anyway, man. You all right? I actually fucks with TikTok. I look forward to going live on doing my shows on there.
Them shutting us down like with these that goes back to the unrighteous decrees actually, because it's all written, it's all their stipulations, you know. So this man, his other sword is that pen too.
And the funny thing is, there's actually been court cases that proven that social media actually has to follow the Constitution of the United States of America, which is free speech, which means that what YouTube is doing is all illegal. What Instagram or any of these places they're suppressing free speech is actually illegal according to even the United States Constitution.
That's why the Constitution is being overwritten and pushed to the side. Because the truth of the matter is, there's 2 things that's in these Idumeans' way. All right, number 1 being the Constitution. The Constitution is in their way, which is the reason probably why we're not in full blown, martial law lockdown right now. All right, the Constitution is in their way, and secondly, the Bible itself. And second and most importantly, the Bible. All right, and so those are 2 things that they desire to just eliminate and get away with.
Right.
Well, because
and do away with.
Well, like the scripture says, let our strength.
Damn.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 11.
Top bros.
Let our strength be the law of justice for that which is feasible. So fuck what's right. I got the guns and the missiles.
Yeah.
Hey, my strength, so I'm right.
Right.
I don't care about all your proof and your evidence and your real history.
Right.
You know, fuck all that evidence and the videotape with me committing the crime, nigga. I got the guns and the missiles. What? And that's
what you gonna do about it?
And that's these people.
Elder. It's even fuck what I said was law. You know what I'm saying? I made up the law. And I'm saying, you know what? They found out a way to get around and do this and that. You know what? Fuck what I said.
Evidence
and I don't give a fuck what I said. Don't come around here no more.
What's crazy is because everything.
I don't give a fuck what I said.
What's crazy is now that you say that, because Kamala Harris will show you that they trying to get away from that. They asked them, what do you think is the worst thing that's standing in America? And she said democracy. So she basically saying, the way America's set up to where people got free speech, that's a fucking problem. She said people basically, when you come against their whole system of democracy, what they say democracy, you have freedom of speech, one of this, right. So she said basically like motherfuckers doing what they want to do and having free speech, that shit is off.
Right.
So.
Oh, that was a beautiful. That went into that video you posted in the order room, Elder. About the whole free speech, and dude was going in about the United Nations censoring.
Websites, whole private websites.
Put it up, play it. Play it.
Instead of just Facebook or YouTube taking down your videos, they ready to ban whole websites.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, matter of fact, just go ahead and play it. Fuck it. We at war.
And the Lord, he's eventually gonna allow him to be successful with that because it's all fulfillment of prophecy. It's scripture tell you it's gonna be a famine of word. That's the reason why the Lord is gonna allow you to be successful in that. to fulfill prophecy. That's it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, brother.
This is Psalms 94 and 20. It says, "Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law?" So this man he's underneath all his laws. He's hiding behind all the regulations, all the. It goes back to that word draconian too, which goes back to Draco, which goes back to ancient Greece. You know, where he brings in strenuous law. You know, whatever by law he frameth all his mischief, man.
Yeah, it's a harsh penalty. Every little thing is a harsh penalty. That's where they go back to draconian, yo.
And that's what he's doing through this, this stuff he's doing out here. These, this enterprise he's trying to bring forth, like it tells you in the book of Job. This is that enterprise he's trying to bring forth onto the earth. That it says Yahweh Shem Yahshai is going to disappoint anyway.
All right, and
like he does all the time.
Right, and we want you to go ahead with your plans because, you know, as soon as you start, forcing people to do a certain thing that Revelation 13 chapter and 16 verse talks about. Which is all happening, and the third woe is literally happening. It just haven't gone full blown yet. As soon as those two things happen, and you start, as soon as you start it, the Lord is going to intervene.
Yeah.
So so go ahead and do your thing, man. Yeah. Start your flu world order, man.
Yeah. The sooner you are, like you said, the sooner you do them things, the sooner the Lord can deliver us out of your fucking hands, man.
Right. Because welcome to the flu world order. That's what they setting up, man.
I got it. Hey, you know what's funny? You have played that video about 1918. A lot of things happened. World War I was going on, Great Depression, and like you said, that's
the Red Summer.
Yeah.
Because then they destroyed all the prosperous, so-called black neighborhoods across the country that were actually outdoing their white counterparts here in America. These former slaves have built up communities that were greater than the white communities that were in America, and out of anger, jealousy, and just hatred, they destroyed them all. Mainly in 1919. So that's what they did. So all the time you worried about the Spanish flu and all this other shit, there was other shit being planned. All right, they went throughout the country and destroyed hundreds of neighborhoods and areas of prosperous so-called blacks had built up their towns, and the reason they were able to outdo
level, which is to say, we're not talking about a post on Facebook.
The reason, keep that on deck. The reason they were able to outdo the so-called Caucasians here in America in their own shit was because the Jake knew how to do everything because they had all the inventions and all the labor that built America, made America great, was done by so-called black men.
And all you gotta do
for the most part. They did everything in slavery. They even built your White House. So when you set them free, even though you gave them nothing,
they knew all this shit.
They knew how to do plumbing, and they knew how to build. They knew how to garden. They knew how to build farms. They knew all this stuff, so they did it, and they made their areas segregated and different away from yours. They actually became more prosperous than you, and out of anger and jealousy and just pure racial hatred, you went in and destroyed it, and then got rid of them, and then took all their property and their lands and all their things, and you set on them, and now they're yours. All right.
Did you see the movie Samuel L. Jackson and the other black guy did? They were bankers. They was doing
Anthony Mackie.
Yep. They was doing the black people having their homes and all that.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I haven't seen it.
So they used the white man as the front man to make it seem legit, but it was really theirs. But they knew just because of my skin color, you crackers ain't gonna.
That was like The Startup.
Yep.
That was a show on Netflix called The Startup, which was really good, and it had two Jakes. It had a Haitian dude and a Manassarite chick, and then the face of their thing was a Amalekite.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen that show, The Startup, I highly suggest that you start watching it today. That shit is fire, man.
Netflix?
And you niggas
It's on
still
Netflix.
go
It's
to
called
Esau and trust this devil. Every industry you look at, this devil has shown he hates us, man. From banking to the hospitals. It's coming out now. To this day, they still teach the old racist shit to the doctors and nurses. They teach that so-called Negroes require different medical services, and we end up dying because of that shit.
Yeah, and well, just like when the lady said, "All right, look, let me go get this, stabby wabby," you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it at the white man's spot, saying I'm white. And when she went there and to go get it, and they said, "Okay, wait a minute, this says you're white. I can give you this." You know what I'm saying? You know the one.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
She told her, "Why can't you give it to me?" And the woman told her, "Because you're not white." And she said, "I knew you were giving something different to my people than what you." And she said, "I'm not taking it."
TikTok exposing these motherfuckers. It's doctors and nurses.
Yeah.
Like black ones, they like really going in. Like they teach us to treat black patients different than the others.
Yeah, because that's that goes back.
That blacks can handle this more, deal with this, or deal with that. So we end up down in a fucking hospital.
Just like Melinda Gates said, we really need to make sure that these are available for all the black people.
Hey, you know what? It's just like that sister, that loudmouth, pretty ass Judite woman who made that statement. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah.
And she made that statement. Go ahead, what you going with while I search for this?
Okay, you want me to play this or?
Yeah, play that Bible shot. If you got the scripture, bring it out, then play that clip.
I was gonna bring up this Revelations 12 because y'all was talking about as soon as they try to start their enterprise, that war gonna come to them. How was shining the angels. This Revelations 12:7, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven, because they're gonna get cast out and they're gonna be in slavery under us, man. They're gonna have to bow down.
Yeah, the angels, Yahweh Shai, they're gonna annihilate you, devil. You gonna try to fight Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. And they just gonna straight annihilate you. That's why I say prevail not, evil was they place found to heaven anymore. Because once the Lord take you down this time, you're never gonna rise again.
That's right. That's not talking about Satan going to the spiritual realm and fighting the Lord in heaven. I was talking about here on earth. Read, heaven is rulership. When you read Isaiah 34, it says, "My sword shall be bathed in heaven; it shall come down upon Idumea." That's right. So if the sword is bathed in blood in heaven, upon Idumea, what's heaven? Edom ruling, man.
That's what that dragon is talking about.
Yep.
Esau Edom, man, and it's his dog fighter jets. That's what he's talking about. His angels.
Show you their Independence Day.
He called his Air Force, when they do their shows, he called them the Blue Devils. Blue Angels. Blue Angels.
And then in Malachi, they call him the dragon of the wilderness. This verse 9 in Revelation 12. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the world, the whole world.
Who's doing it?
He's the adversary. This man has been against us since Genesis. Since the serpent, man. This is the old serpent. That was his mission.
He deceived Eve. All right, he's deceiving the nations now. Say he will be released after 1,000 years to deceive the nations. After he came out the Caucasus Mountains, the first thing he did was take the papacy, man. He became pope. He got the pope seat.
To change to change the doctrine of, to put out 50 billion different religions, because like going back to the lesson we did months ago, whatever, about how many denominations come out of so-called Christianity, which is literally thousands. That's not even exactly.
Including Islam. You come from Catholicism.
Yes. Yes. All that comes out of so-called Christianity. You have sex, within sub-branches. All that was to muddy the truth. Exactly. To say this is the prevailing. Oh, the Bible's real. Okay. 99,000 people on the planet believe the Bible's real. You have a lot of people who so-called Christians claim to believe the Bible. People who don't believe that they're Christians, but they believe in the Bible. I believe the Bible. I don't believe in the church. You got a whole bunch of people who believe in a whole bunch of bullshit. That's Esau doing that to muddy the waters. Because now you got somebody who's really sincere, like, well, I believe in God, but I'm looking at this, and they say this, but then I'm looking at that, and they say that. You know what? Let me,
I'd rather distance myself from
all of this stuff. I don't know about all that. I just believe in God. Until then, you put the Bible to the side and you don't understand what the Bible really says. When the Bible is in code and Esau Edom can't understand the code, nobody understands the code except the hopeful righteous elect. And then we teach it, man. Then now Esau Edom and these fake ass pastors are watching us break the scriptures down, and they're actually teaching their flock
Alpha,
Lucy,
Harry,
Alpha
yeah,
Us.
Alpha, yeah. TD Jakes has been doing that.
Come on, bro,
I
they
seen some
steal
shit
it.
he been
They
saying.
start saying, and the trick off is use our terminology, which lets you know you full of shit.
They're ear hustling.
Thief.
They're ear hustling. They're ear hustling us, and then they're going back to their congregations and teaching it as if they came up with it. That's what they're doing. All the pastors are doing.
Hey, everybody, even the dude who came up when the whole white thing, I think a brother posted it. Yeah, the astute nigga. He got that from the elder Malcolm, man. That nobody else came up with that information but the elder, man. No, you don't see nobody on the internet talking about that, man. You know what I'm saying? No fucking body's talking about that. But here this fucking nigga gonna make it seem like he came up with this. No, dude, you ain't led by. You know what I'm saying?
Then
Right.
he tried to switch it up. Because what he tried to do was he tried to connect Esau Edom. He came up when they start calling themselves white, and he changed the years, and then he also, which was still within the 16th century, but then he was trying to make them Japhet.
Right.
You know, so he was trying to take it away from them,
And that's to minimize
Esau, but they're Japhet. That's what he tried to do.
And they paid off.
No, you Esau, Edom, you are the Edomites. You are Idumeans.
Who else
You are
is
the
it?
Edom. The scripture it's all through the scripture.
Right.
Matter of fact, in Psalms 137, what is his the daughter of Babylon, which you know what I'm saying? That right there,
Edom,
Edom, he says Idumea, Edom, the daughter of Babylon. You're done. The true scholars know. See, the Most High don't mind the Esau, Edom, and the wicked doing what they're doing, because guess what? It's a repercussion coming down the line from that. He's going to get you from that shit. And if you fall for Esau bullshit, you're one of Esau's minions any damn way.
Because we tell you.
He said the righteous, if our gospel be hid, is hid to them that are lost.
He said they receive not the love of the truth, but they should be damned who love the wickedness.
That's right.
That's Thessalonians the 2nd chapter.
And which is
perfect. That goes right what Matthias is going into about Satan are deceiving the world, because that 2nd Thessalonians goes into them deceiving the world, man.
That's it.
All right, that they should be believe a lie.
That's it. It should believe a what?
Believe a lie.
So the prevailing fact of whatever's in the world today is a fucking lie.
That's right. It's strange. Right. The wicked is estranged from the womb. As soon as he's born, he go and speaking lies, man.
That's it.
Who was that wicked? Malachi, the 1st chapter again. Esau Edom is that wicked one.
Yahweh said it in John 8:44. Ye of your father the devil. He's a liar from the beginning.
And he speaketh the lie. He's the father of it.
Exactly.
The father of lies. All you got to do is just go look at. Matter of fact, it was a clip they've been playing a lot on Instagram lately. Bill Clinton saying, "Yes, we have engineered a lot of things, and we have did this and manipulated and put experiments on your people and so." Esau, you just go look at your track record, man. Your track record is worse than a hype's arm, man.
That's right.
Damn.
It's the spirit.
I did let that one sink in. Yeah.
Because he's being revealed at the end of the day. Even you know how he go far and say, man, he covered the faces of the true judges, Yahweh Shem Shai. That's been a lie. And yesterday what I seen, Satan took me to a wall. He purposely did it. On the left hand side, he showed all Yahweh Shai, all the angels, all the Israelites, dark skin. He put it on the left. But on the right, it was Esau and them being the Most High, white, all that, well, so-called white, all
Satan
this.
made himself as an angel of light. That's it.
Showed me it. It pissed me off so bad. I said, I rebuke you in the name of Satan. I said, hold on, this is Satan. So I had to watch it. What I was saying in the dream was the Jude, the 1st chapter. I said, don't. I said, and he just doing his job, and I left it at that. But he showed me that shit. That's what's like. He came up so smooth. I said, damn, that's Satan. I'm like, And he purposely put it on the left. But you wicked, the wicked, because spiritual demon Satan, his counterpart is Esau Edom. You revealed. You're the fucking devil. Ain't no way you can hide it. So like,
that's right. And good riddance, because if you're an Israelite falling for that shit, fuck you. You're one of the ones exactly, and you're one of the ones who killed us in the past. You're one of the ones who sold out Yahweh Shem Shai to men the Lord. You were one of the ones back in the day siding with Corey, Abraham, And they did. You all along the times when the Israelites were saying, well, you had Jeremiah say, "Hey, we got to get ourselves out of this jam and kill them from Babylon." No, Jeremiah, we're gonna put you in the well. You are your father, the fucking devil. May you get everything that Esau, Edom, is stored for us. You're gonna get it too. Because the Lord said everything that Esau is doing on us, all that's going to go back on Esau, and everybody else has put it out there, man.
That's why it says it tells you that they're filling up the measures of their fathers.
That's it.
So they're filling up that measure to the end, and Lord willing, we're that remnant that's filling up the measures of what being the children of the prophets and the ancient wise men, the ancient scribes, so that we get the kingdom, and they get the kingdom by way of death, of course, but eventually they're gonna face destruction and judgment. The Lord told when he was on the cross, or the woman was crying for him. He said, "Don't weep for me." He said, "Cry for your children. You are the children living in this time that's about to go through all this hell. That's about to go through all these strenuous laws. Because you're filling up the measures of your fathers that killed the prophets, man.
Same ones that said, "You had your house shot crucified. Let the blood be on our hands." Lord, you finna pay for all that, man.
Say let it be on our children. Yep.
Let it be on our children.
Okay, let's play that video.
Can you finish this out real quick?
Absolutely, bro.
Everybody. I'm gonna finish it out. This Revelations 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, "Now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of our Most High Power God, and the power of his Mashiach." For a sounder of brethren is cast down. Accuser of his brethren is cast down.
Who else?
Accused them before our Most High Power God day and night.
Who else is that? Who else? Hey, look, the Pope, he prays to a picture of Yahweh Shai that's dark skin, man.
And the Black Madonna.
And
They call it the Black Madonna.
You know what I'm saying?
Those who are prevalent all throughout Europe, throughout Poland. I've met a lot of Polish women who told me that when they were little kids, all they saw was images of a black Jesus and a black Madonna, and they only saw white when they came here to America.
Even every year they have a whole holiday where they put on blackface. Because they know they claiming that, I guess they descended from us. They knew we was the rulers over there, man.
They're very well aware of it. So if you would, brother.
Johnson, do you think everybody should come out and say?
I don't know how many of you brothers saw this, but she asked, where's the, and I had to do a response to it, but she asked, where's the pressure campaign on Caucasians? And are you only trying to save only black people, basically?
Which one you want to play first?
It don't matter. Play either one. We're gonna play them both. But this one's a short one. This is only about 3 minutes long. Matter of fact, get past. Let's put it this way. No, she's the one you want to hear. She cuts up. Trust me. She's the one you want to hear. Because I even made the video. Said normally I don't want to hear the nigga woman, but what she said, you want to hear that shit. Basically, just get past Magic Johnson. With his coon ass. She goes in on his bullshit, basically. Right? Ain't really her place, but she snapped on it. What she said was on fucking point.
But the Lord periodically does that, like it did in past cases, to shame us real men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that shit's out of order. Right?
So because basically what Magic is doing is telling everybody to go out and get sauced, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And then she go in on his ass.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and just let it do what it do.
Johnson, do you think every player should come out and say, "I will get the vaccine. I'm vaccinated, and so should you"?
Oh, for sure. That's why I got my 2 shots and made sure I put it out on social media. I wanted, especially my community, to know that, first of all, it's safe. And the players, again, people listen to them. They follow them. That's very important. Plus, the last thing is this. You have said to your teammates, "I'm going to be there for you." Well, you can't be there if you don't get vaccinated. You're letting them down. And then that hurts our chances of winning the championship. I would never do that to my teammates.
Fuck they got to do with it.
It's almost too easy.
So you wanted to make sure that, you know, if you were playing today, that you would be there for your team. You couldn't even put on a condom for your team last time. We didn't fuck the shot. You couldn't even put on a condom for your teammates and for your number one teammate, which was your wife. But now you want to sit there and tell people how they supposed to be loyal to their fucking team? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? And I just want to ask a quick question, real quick, and before you go on. I want to ask a quick question. Black people, are you tired yet? Is it just me? Or does it seem like they are really trying to single you out? I'm just wondering, because where is Aaron Rodgers?
Right.
And Brady, and TJ White, and Nicola, whatever his name is, and Duncan Robinson, and all. Where are the rest of these people? Where did all the white people take a shot? That's my question. Let's start there. Did all the white people, let's leave Magic alone for a second while he was playing, they let your ass play in the NBA, you rubbing AIDS and shit all over people, skin. Okay? I want to know, has all the white people in every sport, in every team playing sport, have they all taken it? Let's start there. Because if they have not all taken it, then I would like to know why you're not applying pressure on these people. Where's the pressure? Because I know you're not just trying to save black people, are you? You couldn't possibly just be trying to save black people. You want everybody to be safe. You want everybody to be safe. Why don't you apply some pressure on somebody else? I'm trying to, you know. Anyway, thanks so much, Magic. Thanks so much for getting the double shot, but not wearing a condom for your wife. You funky. You see, well, you. Oh, I don't want to see. God damn. I got to be running 4 and 5 miles at 3 o'clock in the morning from the job. This is sad.
Hey, that question was a legitimate question, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she irritated the shit out of me, but nevertheless, that was a legitimate ass question. Where is the pressure campaign on these Idumeans? Where's Tom Brady coming on TV every day?
Right.
Aaron Rodgers coming on TV every day.
You saw what happened with on NBA when Stephen Jackson and all of them started saying, talking all. I mean, he said all kind of hateful
about Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie.
everybody called him stupid.
You're this and that, and you have the nerve to this and that. But as soon as Aaron had a fuck up, or any other, like she said,
nobody had shit to say.
You know what? What the Bama they're working on, like the Bama. Okay, moving on, and it was nothing.
Yeah.
It was not no 5-hour special. It was no 30-minute special. It was not a reoccurring special. It was like they cool. But niggas, y'all need to do what y'all need to do for y'all community. Looking ass.
Yeah, so what she said, that question was a legitimate motherfucking question, man.
You want to play this one?
I didn't even know Magic Johnson was still relevant.
I mean,
well, but that's what. But you know, Idumeans go pull up old niggas.
Right.
You know, retired legends with faggot ass. I mean,
but we said
sons that you know that
right.
That's
them at 7 feet.
You know,
Fruity Loops.
That smoke sausage, you know.
Are you a 7 foot Fruity Loop?
So that you know, the sons that smoke sausage, man. You know,
smokes.
All right, we gonna play this next clip.
The United Nations is now exercising censorship of the internet at the domain name level, which is to say, we're not talking about a post on Facebook or a tweet on Twitter. We're talking about entire privately hosted websites going offline summarily, disappearing from the internet because their DNS records, their domain name, no longer resolves. This represents a new extent, how far they're willing to go to keep the internet a completely controlled ideological echo chamber.
Which is all illegal according to even the Supreme Court. Do you know that the Supreme Court does not always does not publish a list of all of his judgments and so forth, so that everyone understands the breakdown of the Constitution? Because if they did so, then we would all be holding a lot of these companies accountable for breaking the Constitution. According to the Constitution, they'll say you have a right for this, that, there, so forth, whatever. And you got the Supreme Court will say, oh, you don't need a license to drive because that actually breaks your right to pursue freedom. Your freedom.
It's created an economy. The insurance companies and everything else is all involved with it.
So they won't promote it.
They're not going to do it. Just like what I'm going through.
You already know.
They're not going to give you. They're not going to. The Supreme Court is all full of shit. They're all about money, man. They don't give a fuck about like Yaki said earlier. Fuck my laws. Fuck what I wrote.
That's right.
This is what it is.
Because it's really pertaining only to the Edomites, and if you who are not an Edomite try to use it,
just like when you go back to when the how these Idumeans were all along filing for bankruptcy and keeping their homes, their cars, their property, their businesses. And then as soon as Jake started doing it, they changed the laws.
That's it.
All right, so there's certain things, there are loopholes and escape and back doors that were left there for Idumean because for every legal action that there is, there's supposed to be a remedy for it.
That's it.
All right. So, I don't even want to bring up my shit, but they don't want, there's supposed to be a remedy, and then when I actually provided the remedy, Esau just refuses to see it now.
They put it on a to-do list.
Yeah,
a perpetual to-do list that won't even get done.
Right. Meanwhile, my financial well-being is all on hold because I'm on their to-do list.
That's even like when it comes to the credit system, because even with Esau always used trade lines to where he would buy into credit, but when Jake started hipping on to it, Jake started buying into trade lines because it's completely legal to buy a trade line and put it on your credit. But now they calling it fraud now. They saying that you're a fraud.
When fraud
when Esau was doing it, right? But now it's a form of what they say, how you use it is fraud. Nigga, Esau been using this shit like this. And Jake, they've been doing this for fucking.
To get them 700 point.
Right.
Pristine credit, which could get you
anything,
a condo in West Town or in Bucktown with no problem at all. Yeah.
At first, like I said, it was just social media posts disappearing. But when people complained about that, the response was typically, well, go start your own platform. Of course, that proved not to work either, because when Gab started up, it turned out that Microsoft pulled their cloud hosting out from underneath them. Damn. So they had to go get their own machines. The same thing happened to Parler. When Amazon pulled out Amazon Web Services out from underneath them, they literally took away the infrastructure that these two companies were using to try and start their own platforms. So then the game became stand up your own infrastructure, right? Your own machines, get a data center, and build your services there. But now even that won't help because the very backbone of the internet, using the domain names to resolve down to IPs, is being controlled by these registrars who are complying with these takedown notices from the United Nations CTAD, the Counterterrorism Executive Directorate.
Wow.
So I want to talk about this tonight because it is extremely dangerous and it represents the reality that these people will not stop until they control every aspect of speech, online and offline. Yeah. Let's talk about this a bit. I'm Christian, and this is the Ice Age Farmer
That's actually
broadcast.
enough, man. So what's this doing? That's guaranteeing you that, Elder Karaf said it earlier, man, the famine of the word is coming. They want to silence the prophets, and they want to silence anybody that's speaking any truth that goes against them, their flu world order,
or exposing their agendas.
Exposing their flu world order.
Exactly.
Can I hit
if somebody's putting out information because their counters they bullshit, they get angry, man. Their pussy's hurt.
That's it.
My pussy.
And when when that information comes out, I was like, there's like another video of the dude, he was saying when the real information comes out, it gets censored, and then they're saying that then they're gonna start doing where, like, how you word search something and then you start getting advertisements for that product to buy it. They're gonna start pushing their narratives on whoever. Oh, you searched for the truth. Now we're gonna push our narrative.
They
try to re-educate you.
That's another thing. It's like if you look up, someone just did a video on that. I was just watching this, and then like if you start searching for injuries or negative effects of a certain thing that's going on now, what all of a sudden starts popping up is that it's safe Well,
Yeah.
this is the
Things are so-called debunking.
Yeah, exactly.
And
The
you know,
opposite of what you're looking for.
I just watched a Disney movie. I think it's a Disney movie. One of the movies. It's called Ron's Gone Wrong.
Oh, that was my shit.
That shit was wrong. Ron's Gone Wrong. Yeah, that shit was
Ron's.
funny as hell. Ron Gone Wrong. Ron's Gone Wrong. It's about a little robot who basically didn't had a fucking programming that Esau put in him, but pretty
Alright, I'm
much,
gonna have to check it out.
yeah, but pretty much in the
Ron, like in
Ron R-O-N.
Ron.
Yeah, Ron. Yeah.
Okay, Ron going wrong.
Like,
Okay.
So in the movie, basically he was like, he didn't like kids. So what he was doing, he was pushing the advertisement onto the kids so they can buy whatever.
Robux and
Robux and Robux. So basically push the advertisement on the kids, and ultimately the parents see it basically to get the parents to the information so they can buy this shit for the kids. Basically, like you was just saying, how the control advertisement to this and that. So basically Esau telling you, like, this is what they want to do. They like, fuck these kids. Yeah, come.
All the kids had it, and
They was all happy and shit.
They was happy. They really thought it was making them better, and at the end of the day, they realized there was some lonely ass motherfuckers.
They was lonely, yep.
Esau was playing their ass getting rich, and the real
Oh
code.
yeah, I think I seen the commercial for that.
Yeah.
Now that I think
The
about
real
it.
code, because the black dude was the inventor.
Yeah, the black dude. He was the black.
code
Yeah,
is
he was the
really
inventor.
Well,
He wanted to help people.
I'm gonna check
It's
it
a good
out.
movie.
But it just goes to show you, man, how you know these Idumeans really don't have original thoughts, and then that they use TV's commercials, cartoons, and movies to push their messages.
Oh, that movie
right?
gonna fuck you.
And the latest one that all the brothers been talking about. Your call sent me a text about 4 or 5 days ago to check out this movie called Look Up.
Yep.
And
Don't Look Up.
And so Don't Look Up.
Yep.
And I watched it, and immediately I was like, damn, this is them trying to clown the truth. They're basically the character of Leonardo DiCaprio, what's her name, Jennifer Lawrence, and whoever that Jake was who played the head of the cyber security or space security, whatever he was. They are a representation of the prophet sounding the alarm is what's going on, and so so they came with so much truth that what they did was they just made fun of the truth, or they took what was good and made it bad, and then took what was bad and made it wicked, and they made them to sound like they were just a bunch of conspiracy nuts and out of their minds until the destruction actually came. And that's it. And I was like, this is mirroring what's really going on.
Exactly.
Because those characters and all the people that supported them were a representation of the body of Yahushua. That's all it was, man.
Yeah, if you watch the movie, basically, they show you Esau trying to get away.
And then he tried to get away.
He tried to get away, yeah.
Right.
He tried to avoid that judgment.
And so he fucked everything up.
Right.
He's the one that stopped. They had contingencies plans to save everything, but in his greed and his wickedness, he fucked it all up. And then they had contingency plans for them to get away, and well, that didn't work out too well for
At
them.
all.
Perfect. And y'all can never did send me that second scene of so and so.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I'm sending it.
Send that to me, Bobby Shot.
I had a quick precept.
Go ahead, brother.
Just laying backing off that movie. Yeah, for the Akim and the Aqua that haven't seen that movie on Netflix, Don't Look Up, man. All right, I was planning on doing a review on that anyway, but hey, the spirit was on the elder. It was on point. All right, and they vilified the people that was telling the truth. You know, it was like watching a real world accurate version of Idiocracy. For real, it was like. You know, because these people in the world, they are so dumbed down, desensitive. Stupid. What's the word? Desensitized. Yeah, to anything truth or logic, they're going to make fun of it, man.
Yeah, they
Because they're
believe
under
it.
a strong delusion. The Lord said that if you don't follow the Most High, He will give you into a strong delusion to where you will believe a lie. Esau, Edom, everything he says is based in lies. He's clean, contrary against Yahweh Shai. So,
Hey, I haven't watched it yet, but Don't Look Up. Hey, Yahushua about to crack those clouds. That's
You ain't gonna have a choice but that.
Exactly.
and everything that we're speaking on is the truth. So Esau has to put up something against the truth, which his whole system is against the truth.
Can
right?
can can I hit this real quick, Papa?
And for the record, the elder said, we're going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. So
this Isaiah 47:2, and it says, take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the legs, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. All right, so everything that's going on, you can try to hide the truth all you want, all right, because hey, it's gonna come to a point like the scriptures say, like the Lord said, it's gonna come a famine of the word, all right, but that's just proving Yahweh Shema Shai even more. Because once the famine of the word come, the scriptures say, my people shall be willing in the day of thy power. So the scriptures say you can't do nothing against the truth but for it, man. That's so right. You thinking you coming against the Lord, man. But everything is just, man, you helping it. Motherfucker, you living in your deal. Like I can't remember who I was talking to. It's like Esau go to these angels, these left-hand angels, and the angels basically telling them what the Lord want them to do.
Because they work for the Most High.
Right, they work for the Most High.
Who can resist His will?
Right.
They can't resist His will.
No spirit that disobeys. You know what I'm saying? So they sitting there. So Esau, hey, look, it's over for you, man. That's right. You know, it's a wrap, Jack. It don't matter. It don't matter what propaganda you put out here. It don't matter what sorcery you use. At the end of the day, it's all working to the betterment of Yahweh Shema Shai, man.
And all things work together for the good for them that love Yahweh Shema Shai. You see, the Most High is so perfect. He set everything up, and you cannot get outside of His will. His will be done. So shall be the words that go forth out of His mouth. It shall not return unto Him void, but shall accomplish whereunto He sent it and prosper in it. Loosely paraphrasing Isaiah 55:11.
Hey, Sly, I think I forget the elder Ariala. I think in Dallas he did a video about how the scientists found out it's like an algorithm in the universe, and how when something happens to where it automatically corrects itself. And scientists figured out that shit, if you do something that's against something, or you thinking you doing something, you got angels that's gonna push it right back to do what the fuck is you supposed to be doing, man.
Evidence to that, I'll give you an example. We're gonna get ready to wrap it up. But that area over there, that's over east, that little area just outside of Beirut, where they built that road that extended Lakeshore Drive around the hood. They wanted to,
right off of it. Yeah,
that used to be the steel mill area back in the day. So they were always talking about how the ground was contaminated, and they, and that was, steel mills haven't been there since the early 70s, late 60s. And so that was, and the police used to take Jake back there and beat him up and shit like that. All right, but what has happened? It was just all woods back there. All right, and it actually corrected itself. Because they were saying you couldn't build anything back there, and they were actually the Edomites were trying to basically make themselves a paradise little pocket neighborhood on the south side, on the lakefront, where they were gonna have beachfront property, lakefront properties with boat docks.
Probably gated off.
They did a whole lot.
It was gonna be gated off community and everything, because they were talking about using that land. Matter of fact, there was talk going back over 10 years ago. They wanted to actually build a Disneyland there.
What the fuck?
Right? They were gonna put a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff they wanted to do with that land. So finally, they decided right before the crash came, the 2000, because they were gonna do it, but then the 2008 crash came and fucked it all up. And what's that meaning saying is that if somebody get this scripture that when they're about to fill their belly.
I got Job. I got it. This is Job 20. I'm starting at 22.
You can't script this.
And the fullness of His sufficiency, He shall be in straits.
Now the funny thing is, I'm working on that side of town now, and I go up Lakeshore Drive like almost every day now. Do you know when you go up Lakeshore Drive on that side, everything that they intended, you have areas where there's actually a light, and I ran it earlier today, where you can turn left,
but it's a road that was started to be made
on
but
87th.
then they got the boulders where you can't go that way,
Those
and then the
were gonna
road on
be
the other way that
those-
was made to go that way.
Those were going to be the entrances to
Yes.
the private
Yes.
neighborhoods.
And there's still a light there.
They were going to build a gated community,
Yes.
for a paradise for Edomites. It was
Yes.
going to be one of the best communities in
And they
Chicago.
put concrete.
But
they
wait a
didn't
minute,
put,
wait a minute.
They didn't
But
put
there's still
asphalt.
lights to
Yep,
turn
yep.
left and right when there's nowhere to turn left and
Yeah.
right. So you get to this spot
We
and
go
no one
fishing
can
over
come
there.
this way or that way, and you just sit there. And with the turn with the yellow light to turn right, this way and that, and it's like I can't go that way if I wanted to. I can't go this way if I wanted to. Why am I stopped right
I
here?
should just be able to go straight.
But they had built all those
Because they
entranceways.
were preparing that neighborhood.
They got
were
rock
gonna
climbing
put a-
back there.
They were going to put a. Do what?
They got rock climbing back there.
Oh, I'm
Cause
not-
me and
And they fish over
yeah,
there.
me
That
and me and
wall,
Big
that
Eye
rock
go over
climbing
there.
on that wall now?
Yes, they rock climbing on it. They rock climbing on it. They turn to a
they
look.
fall to
When
their death.
when you go back there, they like got it like it's fucking pretty clean back there. When
Yeah,
you
of
actually
course.
go in there,
Yeah.
cause me and Big Eye go over there and
and
fish.
they
Yeah.
fucking it up because
Mm.
when they first opened it up, I used to always see deer. Now I don't see the deer anymore.
Oh hell no, cause
Because it's
coyotes
too much-
tearing their ass
it's
up.
too- it's too- but it's too
Gun.
many people coming over.
Gun.
All right, I'll finish that scripture, brother. We gonna wrap it.
Job 20, I'm gonna start at 22 again. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, which is every hand of the laborers. All of them about to attack this.
Yeah, all the nations of the world, all the heathens, man.
That's right. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High Power God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Yep. So the same way that your little plan to build your little perfect community with all your docks and your boat docks, and they were gonna put their own express bus line. It was gonna be a bus that didn't even stop nowhere in the hood. It was gonna be a bus that went straight from that neighborhood straight downtown. It wasn't even gonna stop.
It just stay on 41.
It was just gonna stay 41 all right. So it was gonna ride right along, right. That's exactly
Beautiful ride, too,
The
that
Lord,
is.
the Lord,
It is.
and look, it's counsel culture on you Edomites.
Right.
So with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor
Until Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakabadash.
Wa Abba Baba.
Abba Baba.